Are you ready?
Yes, I believe I am. Yep, all good. Have a great call, mate.
You too, mate.
Actually, I'll just have a quick...
Make sure you stay hydrated.
Rule number one of podcasting. Stay hydrated.
I got my Macca's Cool Ridge bottle here. They tell you not to
Jeez, must be nice.
tell you not to reuse plastic bottles, but I can't help myself.
Yeah.
Riveting stuff. Welcome to the Win, Learn or Draw podcast, a West Tigers podcast. And we call it the Win, Learn or Draw podcast because the Tigers never lose. They only ever learn. And they didn't learn on the weekend. They actually won. Also have to add, sometimes they do draw.
Yep.
Hence the Win, Learn or Draw. It was an absolutely outstanding afternoon on Sunday as we took on the Titans at the University of Leichhardt, where we taught 21-20. Professor Dewey once again steps up to the plate. He is the greatest teacher in the West Tigers Football Club.
Everyone's favourite teacher.
Yeah, he honestly would be, I reckon.
Yep.
If he goes into teaching after footy.
Well, he's already gone into it.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
He's taught a few teams this year, hasn't he?
He has, yep.
Are we going to touch on his contract later in the podcast, maybe?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do that.
Made me a bit nervous, but
Yeah,
yeah.
already been linked to a pretty good team.
Has he? We'll get to it.
Yeah. Yes. What I wanted to do first and foremost, though, most importantly, is thanks to all those people who bought hats.
Yes.
So as you would have known, last week we announced we would be releasing hats.
Yep.
Because we reached 2,005 followers on Instagram. Those 50 exclusive hats, Hammy, or 45 once we handed out a few freebies.
Yeah.
45 exclusive hats sold out in 48 hours.
Wow.
Or perhaps
That's
even
almost
less.
a hat an hour.
That's a good... Very good
Not bad.
statistic.
If you had told me 6 months ago I'd be selling a hat an hour by the end of the NRL, I would have called you crazy.
I know. It's like dream-like stuff, isn't it? Selling a hat an hour and make money when you sleep, right? So
passive income.
16 of those 48 hours, people were buying hats and we were making money.
I got a bit of a taste of what life could be like, and I liked it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they were exclusive, so that's it. They're gone. Yours looks fantastic, I've got to say.
So does
by the way.
yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, everyone looked really good in them. There's a few people that came yesterday to the Orange Grove and picked them up. A few people picked them up on the hill.
Yep.
I had this like very up-to-date kind of technology to track how people were getting hats. It was a 128-page spiral notebook.
Yeah.
With a pen.
It was old school.
A real old school. But I wanted people to know that,
Analog.
that's kind of the type of podcast we are.
No, that's what they're dealing with here. But they're great. I actually couldn't be happy with how these have turned out. The little top 16 lock on the back, which are very pertinent given the result yesterday as well.
Yes.
I like that. Just a little bit of a tip of the hat to Top 16 Productions.
That's right.
We couldn't do it without them.
No, they are absolutely pivotal to the operation of this podcast. The other thing...
just before you move on to the next thing, obviously these hats, you mentioned we gave a few out. Maybe
yes.
You look fantastic in yours as well.
Thank you.
Bit of an asterisk on your hat. Obviously, the South Sydney Rabbitohs are still in the conversation to finish outside the top 16. If that's the case, we will need to get your hat back and remove the top 16
Unstitch it.
Unstitch it, stitch by stitch, and then you can have it back. But just letting you know, it looks fantastic, but that's the little caveat with your freebie.
That's fine. I certainly, I think the lock is certainly premature for my hat.
I thought he was going to say for our hats.
No, for your hat.
Okay.
I think your hat was timed perfectly with the lock.
Same.
Thanks, Matty.
But yeah, so my lock it's a false lock at the moment.
Yep.
It's an unlockable padlock. There's a key somewhere.
Yeah.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Andrew from the Print Bar for sorting them out so quickly as well. So he turned that around super quick. Tigers fan himself gave us his West Tigers member number.
Yep.
He's the managing director there. So they actually came down from Brizzy and we distributed them at the Orange Grove.
Yep.
Saw an absolute bunch of student superstars at the Orange Grove yesterday. Let me just rattle off a few.
Some of the alumni we saw down there.
Some of the massive names we saw down there. The Back Fence clan, all three brothers.
Yep.
We know this club is built on brothers, and they are certainly in the fabric of the club.
Yep. Move over Fainu brothers, the back fence brothers are the future of the club.
The Fainus, the Mays, the Shernaks. This
the
whole
list goes
club,
on.
whole club was built on amazing brothers.
Yep.
So they're so good to see you boys. Troy Maguire.
Oh, Troy Maguire.
Revved up a few chants out the front of the Orange Grove
He
pre-game.
Got the morale up early, which is good.
He was
Some would say maybe a little too early, but it was great to catch up with him. We'll hear from him a little bit later in Raw Emotion. But,
great!
It was great to kind of put a face to the name.
Definitely, I was hoping we saw him on the hill, but he was probably pretty preoccupied with watching the footy,
absolutely,
and chanting. I'd say.
Yes, yep.
We saw Jared Higgins, who made it very clear that he was a Concord Idol finalist.
Yep.
With Terrell May. Which is just fantastic.
Should have finished higher.
Should have. Top 8 though.
Yep.
Matt Gray, young
50
fella.
Shades.
50 Shades, yeah. Came all the way from Tamworth for the game and then flew back that night.
Love it.
Superstar stuff.
No, it was great to catch up. I actually met him last year when it was one of our 5 home grounds last year. We took on the Knights up there and learned. So I bumped into him then. It was good to reconnect. But good to get our first win together yesterday, which is good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That must have been monumental
First
for you and
many.
Matt Gray. Sam Tuiaki.
Yes, the brother of.
He came all the way from Campbelltown. He had a beautiful Western Suburbs spray jacket on, which was complemented so beautifully with the win, learn or draw hat.
It was. They paired fantastically. It was great to catch up with him.
He looked great.
And it was his first trip to Leichhardt as well. So
that's right.
He's got 100% strike rate at Leichhardt. We expect to see him there every game going forward.
See you next game, Tuiaki.
Yep.
We had the Dennis brothers pop in as well.
Yep.
And then we also had Lockie Pringle, of course.
Just such a great addition. Good to see him. And you can't miss him, can you?
I was going to say, the advertising for win, learn or draw of him standing in front of the bar of the scoreboard, about 1.5 foot above everyone else, was the perfect
Some of the passengers on those planes going over Leichhardt, they were getting a real good look at that hat.
Unfortunately, everyone that met him didn't know what hat he was wearing because they could only see the brim from underneath.
It's about the bigger picture, and he was definitely spreading the word out there.
And then just one last call out on a student of the game. Jay Danger Ross, where are you?
Yeah.
We're really missing those immaculate memes that you used to make us and pop them out. Maybe he wasn't getting the credit. Maybe we flick him.
Well, every time I posted, I put a collab post out to him, whether or not he took them or not. But,
okay.
Yeah, love your work. It's been a little while, Jay Danger Ross. Hope everything's okay. Would love to hear from you again. Keep the good work coming because definitely the first 8 rounds of the season or so. Fantastic start to the season.
Yep.
We'd love to see a little bit more from you.
For sure. Look, mate, I obviously super proud that we sold out those hats, almost a hat an hour across those 48 hours. The job's not done though.
No,
we want to, these hats are exclusive, so they won't be coming back, but we still want to reach 2005 YouTube subscribers, right? Because that's when we want to do a big merch drop then.
Yep.
We're about halfway, a bit over halfway, but I would implore you and your relatives, go on your mum and dad's YouTube channel, subscribe to Win, Learn or Draw. Just get those subscriptions up. I don't care, your family, your friends, just get them on board, get them to subscribe. They should watch our stuff, but they don't really need to. As long as they're subscribed, that would be ideal because we want to get up to 2005. We want to get 2005 TikTok followers. Current count about 1,200. So
not bad. We
bit
get
of work
better
to do
there.
Yep. And sorry, is there something? A little drive you wanted people to do.
There is.
Most importantly,
because the students of the game on this podcast have been exceptional. When they've been asked to do something, to do some homework, they've gone and they've done it. We've reached out at the start of the year, said, get on Apple Podcasts, give us some positive reviews.
That's right.
They came flooding in.
Yep.
Get us up the Anthony Albanese. We've asked them to get on YouTube, to subscribe there. They've been doing that. The one big one today, we've touched on it a few times through this season. We need this Waka Noodles sponsorship to hit. So obviously Waka Noodles.
Dying for it.
Sleeve sponsor of the 2005 iconic jersey. Australia's #1 wet noodle brand.
By far.
They've been fantastic. Now, Tom Backfence Brown led the charge here, which we love. Attacked him with some hilarious Simpsons memes, both on the Insta DMs and on Facebook DMs as well.
Yep.
He's done his part. What we've noticed over the last week or so is Waka Noodles AU is the Instagram handle.
Right.
They are doing content. They're collabing with people. They did some great work with Snack Reviews _Oz through the week.
Yep.
Great little collab post. Big following, Snack Reviews _Oz. Whipped up a little dish using the product. And got a bit of content out the door. Now, you took the liberty of going, how did you get this collab?
Yeah.
Snack Reviews _Oz says just slid into the DMs and we made the magic work. They replied to you with the starry eyes emoji.
Starry eyes, yeah.
So at Win, Learn or Draw.
Yep.
So look, we're through the looking glass here. I think we're not far away. My call to arms though for the students of the game this week is when they post stuff, just get in the comment section on any Waka Noodles AU Instagram stuff, tag Win, Learn or Draw and tell them to sponsor our show for the
Please.
Spicy Noodles Play of the Week. It's a seamless product integration into a podcast that's, humming and it's growing, and it's got some highly engaged students who I'm sure will go out and shop and get some noodles.
And now you and I have both studied some form of marketing at university, right? And if you want to be number one and stay number one, then you need to advertise and collaborate with people that love your brand.
Yeah.
Right? So that's all we're saying. Like, if you can get on Waka Noodles AU and see if they post, maybe give them a follow.
Follow them.
Yeah, and then comment on any of their posts, slide into their DMs, just be like, hey, have you heard these guys? They're big fans of yours.
Yep.
They would love to do some work with you. Spicy Play of the Week just lends itself. It's almost retrofit for Waka Noodles, right?
Absolutely. To be honest with you, it's a no-brainer for Waka Noodles. So get in, I would ideally like in the comments, because then we can see and we can screenshot and we can put a bit of pressure on ourselves, but friendly pressure. We just want to be part of it. Yeah,
just request.
Yeah, that's right. But that's my call to arms this week, people. So, that's your homework for next week. We'll be doing a bit of marking next week and coming back to see if you've done it or not. But if you could do that, we'd really appreciate it.
There you go. Hammy's call to arms. Get out there, comment on Waka Noodles AU. Look, we've waffled on a fair bit.
We have.
Probably a good time to get into the game itself.
Yeah,
an absolutely outstanding afternoon, as I mentioned before. But what better way to hear what happened than have Hammy run through a 30-second summary of the Tigers versus Titans?
Absolutely.
So, Ham,
you gotta put me on the clock.
I have the timer, and it is time to go now.
Sunday, 20th of July, a picture-perfect eighth wonder of the world set the stage for a clinical Tigers performance to shore up a spot in the top 16. A shaky start for the Tigers as Jaden Campbell put in an audition for an NFL deal with a 7-metre forward pass to put Jalen de Groot over in the 3rd minute. Before long, we hit back through Batman, Taylor May, on debut. The first of many tries in what will be a storied career. Unlike the Batman movie franchise, I'm sure the numerous sequels will live up to the quality of the original. He went to work many times down the left, putting Skelton over for 2 more tries across the afternoon. After a wobble late, which saw the Titans hit the front with 15 to go, our fearless number 13, Adam Dewey, snapped his second Kodak moment from as many games at Leichhardt to put daylight between us and the wooden spoon. I'm calling it now. Top 16, much like Adam Dewey, is an absolute lock.
Oi, 47 seconds.
Yeah, there was things in that review that had to be said. So it took an extra 17 seconds. Big whoop, want to fight about it. That's how I felt about a game, which was very special on the weekend.
No, well summarised, mate. It was there was a very beautiful atmosphere out there, right?
Yeah.
And it just kind of, I had this weird feeling, and I don't get this often, that I knew we were going to win.
Yeah.
With like 5 minutes to go, I was like, I think we're going to win this. Like the crowd is going to get them home.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of Leichhardt Oval. I know we've heard a lot of people mentioning it, but I think you mentioned it on Bloke as well. It's like, just kind of, like, the stats don't lie. We kind of need to lean into that home ground and make it a little bit more official.
Yeah.
Because 5 is too many.
Yep.
2 is probably okay, but we need one proper home ground.
I liked last year's setup where there was half the games were at Leichhardt, half were at Campbelltown. I could live with that. But you look at the weekend, and for a neutral, you're watching that on TV, that hill's packed. It's full of just, Tigers colours, passionate fans. Standing up there, you're hearing the feedback. It's pretty direct. There's actually a bit of a home crowd advantage, which we don't get at all.
Yeah, agreed.
Home grounds.
Yeah. It's very biased crowd.
It
That's what makes it beautiful.
It'd be tough to play out as an opposition team.
Totally.
And that's the whole point of a home ground. So I'm all for playing more games there. I know next year they'll probably only have 3. Then they'll have to close it to do the upgrades, which we're looking at, which, in the long run will be worth it. But geez, it was good there yesterday. The vibes were immaculate. And, I think you're right. Definitely played a big part in getting the boys home. Yeah,
for sure. And, I mean, you look at that left edge attack as well now, like with Taylor May in there. Jarrell Skelton scoring a double as well.
Yep.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding that, if you've got your strike weapons out wide and you got the crowd behind you, that you can win games like that. And then to ice it all, the ice man, Adam Dewey.
Yep.
Like, you saw the rapturous response the crowd gave when he kicked that field goal.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't get that anywhere. Like, everyone's on top of him, basically.
Yep.
That ground's so small and so kind of close. Everyone's so close into the action that when moments like that happen, like, you can feel it.
Some of the nice shots you get on Tigers social media or even from Fox Lee or the broadcasters, the slow-mo's like on ground level and you just see that steep hill and just people just losing their minds behind.
Yep.
It's special.
And one of the things, like when Dewey goes for the field goal, because the view's a little bit obstructed up on the hill as well.
I didn't see 80 minutes of football yesterday. There's a lot of tall people in front of me and stuff, but that was okay.
People. No, that's fine. Because what you do is when Dewey goes for the field goals, you look at the people behind.
Yep.
And see how they're reacting.
Like a Mexican wave, wasn't it? Kind of tore around the hill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but it was elite, mate. And I mean, we'll touch on it a little bit later. Benji said it probably wasn't our best performance, perhaps even our worst, but we got the 2 points, a really important 2 points to lock us into that top 16.
Winning ugly, that's what premiership teams do, Wasn't our best display, but found a way, which we love.
Well, mathematically, I'm pretty sure we can still win the comp.
Yeah.
So
100-1 to make the 8, just quietly.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen, there's a lot would have to go right, but we'll get to it a bit later. I've got it in the set of 6, but I've seen worse 100-1 shots.
Well, it's a pretty good time now to jump on as a member.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've still got one more Leichhardt game to go. We got a couple of Bank Wests and SFS. So, yeah, good time to get on. Even if you're not going to the games, you can jump on as a digital member just trying to back the club financially. Because if they made as much, like if you got emotional yesterday, if you got happy with everything that happened between 2 and 4 p.m, then you should be a member. You need to wear your heart on your sleeve and put your money where your mouth is, because that's the way that we operate as Tigers fans.
That's right.
The Tom Jenkins Award for the player who for some reason plays like prime Andrew Johns when he plays the Tigers goes to Jaden Campbell.
Yep.
That what do you think about that pass?
Forward. Disappointing. The touch, he was like in exactly the right spot for it too. That was just like a bit of I was like, sure, hopefully this isn't going to be the sort of thing that just happens all day. We get the rub of the green. Thankfully, they were asleep at the wheel a few times later in the game and, didn't pack a scrum on time and a few things. A few things that usually we would do, they did, which was nice.
Not packing a scrum on time, 10 out at 14 all is unforgivable. Yeah, that is like
that's what
being on the... And again, we scored less tries and won the game. So that's twice in 3 weeks we've done that.
Yes.
Things are starting to turn around.
Yeah. That's
like
right.
if we can win games like that and have other teams muck up so we can capitalise, like this, the roles are reversing.
Yeah.
Things are moving in the right direction.
Yeah. Back to Campbell though. He was a threat, wasn't he? Most of the game, and he looked pretty dangerous, particularly going right towards DeGroot. Found his mojo a little bit there. Thankfully though, we were able to kind of keep him at bay a little bit, or the blokes around him let him down a bit. Like they didn't complete that well, a lot of basic sort of errors and whatever. But he looked the most likely through the day. He's a good player, Jaden Campbell.
He is, and he really put a bit of pace farm egg on my face because I was saying he's not a 7 last week. I said he's not really a 7. Like their halves are a bit in disarray, and I said Brimo had a good game too, but Campbell was he played well. Bit like prime Andrew Johns.
Yeah,
hence the Tom Jenkins Award. So
well done on the Tom Jenkins Award, Jaden.
Yes, he'd be happy with that.
Yep.
Walker Noodles Spicy Play of the Week.
Yep.
Now we don't have a sponsor on yet, but this is a preview.
There's a little bit of a taste of things to come.
This is what you could get.
This is what you could be.
Because last week it was Nongshing Shin Ramen.
Yep.
So now we're kind of going back in the direction of Walker Noodles.
Yep.
So my Spicy Play of the Week was Walker Noodles replying to my comment.
A worthy recipient.
On Snack Reviews. I mean, the game was amazing. Dewey's field goal.
Yep.
The atmosphere, the Orange Grove pre and post game. But me seeing that Walker Noodles AU had responded to a comment of mine, of ours.
Yes.
The Win, Learn or Draw pod.
Yep.
It just really sent spiciness through my blood.
Yeah, well, as it should, mate. That's credit to you. You jumped on there and interacted with them, and I think we're just sort of chipping away at them. I feel like we're gonna get them on board, and I can't wait to work with them. I mean, if this is the sort of banter we're already having with them in the comments, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what we could be achieving.
I totally agree. So as Hammy said before, it's 2 emojis with star eyes.
Yep.
As in like
positive.
Let's make this happen, kind of thing.
I would almost argue that constitutes a contract. What we've got there in the comments.
I agree, and I've screenshotted it now. So even if they delete the comment, it's still
there, which we love. I had a spicy play of the week as well.
Probably yes,
not quite as usually when we go spicy play of the week, we highlight a pretty hot play from someone in our team. I just thought in terms of like the heat levels. It was pretty spicy in the Titans dressing room after the game where Des Hasler got the boys out of the shower. You see this clip?
No.
He's having a complete meltdown. You seen this, Matty? Yeah. He was losing it. There was 3 or 4 guys in the shower, and he is blowing up deluxe. You can't. There's no audio, but he goes absolutely nuts. And they very sheepishly walk or run out, kind of, and they're all in budgies, smugglers, or towels and stuff like that to come out and get. Apparently, it was to get their second spray in about 10 minutes because he'd lost it at him and he didn't feel like he'd got his message through with the first one. So he got them all out of the shower and gave him another bake in the room.
Wow.
So
that's spicy.
Very spicy from Des. Well worth a look. It's on plenty of socials. I think it's on the Matty Johns show socials. So go and check that one out as well. They had a bit to say on it. Fletch thought it might have been because he was yelling at him because they were wearing undies in the shower. But if you're a lip reader, go and check it out. But it looked like he was pretty pissed off, Big Des. So that was my little spicy play of the week as well.
It's a good spicy play of the week. And I mean, Des would have been very frustrated because they dug their own grave. But at the end of the day, we won. Like, we won that game.
Yep.
Like, as much as they lost it. So credit where credit's due, Des.
Yeah.
You only need to give them one spray because, yes, they lost from being in front with, 3.5 minutes to go, was it? When we went down the left, Skelton scored. But, credit where credit's due. Tigers won that game.
Yeah.
And you learned. And he did mention learning in the...
Twice. Clearly a big fan. So, Des, thanks for... make sure you jump on the Waka Noodles, Des, and tag us in there this week. That'd be great.
All right, let's get stuck into the set of 6. And speaking of press conferences and presses, wanted to do a little bit of a recap of the presser with Romy and Benji.
Yep.
As we mentioned before, point A here of tackle 1 is that Benji thought it was the worst game we've played this year.
Yeah.
So to get a win... He's just basically said nowhere near the standards we want to be playing at. But to get a win and play the worst game of the year, I believe, was it the Canberra game or the Penrith game? After that, he said that was our best game, and we learned that game.
Yep.
So he's obviously, he's stoked to walk away with the 2 points, especially given the magnitude of that game when it comes to the end of season ladder.
Top 16 ramifications out the wazoo.
Big Rammies.
Yep.
Big Rammies.
Rammy Goodman.
Big Rammy Goodman's there. But he's, he'll take the 2 points, but he's not happy with the performance.
Yeah, it was scrappy. It was, and there's a lot of things that went wrong, a lot of errors, a lot of Stainsy's been so good in the Reggies. Probably had a few moments he'd rather forget. They're dropping the kick off in the second half, and
I missed that. I was in the loo.
Yeah, good one to miss. Stainsy missed it too. So, but there was a few things. It was a bit scrappy, I thought, and even the field goal at the end of the game, I sort of thought it was a little bit clunky. I was probably looking for the halves to kind of. We had 90 seconds, off the back of a penalty to really set up, get to a point on the post and hit the field goal. It was a bit helter-skelter. Jerome ran it out to the corner post with 2 tackles up his head.
He almost scored though, didn't he?
I know.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, it would have. But I just thought, I didn't see a hell of a lot of control in that. We were lucky in the end. The ball got back to Dewey.
Yep.
And he got it done.
I will say it was Fainu telling people where to go.
Yep.
In that last tackle there. So he got the ball and gave it to Dewey.
He threw it out the back, didn't he?
Yeah, because he was pointing at Dewey it's coming to you.
Yep.
So I completely agree. Very, very silly running out wide late in the tackle count.
Yep.
You wouldn't see the good teams do that.
No.
I mean, the better teams.
Yes.
But it's, I mean, we're lucky that the result went our way. Yep. But there was a very clunky at the end.
That's right. It was a bit clunky. So I can see where Benji's coming from. Still lots of things to work on, lots of things that he wouldn't have been happy about. We made it a bit harder than it should have been. But, we had things go against us as well, like the forward pass at the start of the game. Years gone by, a dodgy call like that at the start, it's had an effect and people have dropped their heads, but it didn't happen this week. So
Am I crazy in thinking this? Don't get the tinfoil hat out. But have there been more forward passes let go, in the last year?
Yeah, maybe.
I just remember back in the
we've been
day.
on the wrong end of a few.
Yeah, well, certainly have. I just remember back in the day, rugby union. They used to be a little bit more lax with calling forward passes, but league seemed to be more strict in it, and now it seems to have gone the other way. I don't know. That ball wasn't even line ball. That was just forward.
No, terrible. It
was Tom Brady-esque.
It was.
How's some of the boys as well revealed in the press are having Winfluenza throughout the week? Say-Barge.
Well, it should have been. We should have known it was an omen then.
True.
Winfluenza ripped through the camp earlier in the week.
That's true because you can't spell Winfluenza without win.
Correct. I've always said that.
One of your favorite quotes.
I'll put that on my tombstone one day. Probably.
With a top 16 padlock on it.
Yeah.
Sabaj and Twali.
Yeah.
Both with
And Tony
Winfluenza.
Sukkar had it as well.
And Tony Sukkar.
Had to go to hospital.
Hospitalised with Winfluenza. That's a serious bout.
It is. So look, there's two different types. You know, when you get hospitalised with the Susan a couple of weeks ago, that's usually a bad omen. Yeah. When you're hospitalised with Winfluenza, there's something in that, and it's good to see that it was highly contagious and ripped through the camp. And
well, hopefully they spread it.
Yeah,
this week,
play with it again this week
before the Penrith Panthers game.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That was. I mean, they all played really well. Twile's offload kind of set up the first try when it went out to Terrell May, and he gave it to his brother to score.
Nice, man.
Sabaj made that biggest line break in his career, I reckon. Chugga. When he was chugga and up the entire field just about 50 seconds before half time, I think.
Yeah.
And then poor old Forbes Ferrari pushed a pass. But yeah, Sabaj played well. Sukkar, solid as always. Tony solid Sukkar. So Winfluenza might be the way forward.
I like it. Yep. Something in that.
But yeah, I think the overall feel of the presser was that it wasn't one of great positivity, even with the win.
Yep.
But big raps on Dewey again. I mean, this keeps happening, right?
Yep. Keeps ice in his veins. Bit nervous about his what's the contract, Chad? Do you want to get to that now?
Yeah. So I've heard from a very reliable source, being the AdOps executive at my work.
Oh, yeah.
Big Penrith Panthers fan. But I've also read it elsewhere that the Penrith Panthers have
really
are sniffing around. I don't know if there's an offer there
Interesting. Was there a Blaze flying at 6? Isaiah Lock? I would argue they're probably sorted.
Depth?
Yeah.
Don't know.
They got enough depth.
Yeah, I would have thought
Save
so
some
as
for
well.
the rest of us.
Now, I was
if you're
told...
Adam Dewey, where are you heading? If, let's say, the money's the same at both?
Well, this is a 51-year-old man. He kept telling me he was 51 at the Orange Grove yesterday. Told me that we offered Dewey $290 for next year.
What?
Yeah.
Way unders.
You got to double that.
What are we talking about? Exactly.
Double that.
Agree.
Yeah. You agree?
Surely we'd offer him more.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Again, these sources aren't, it's not Waka
These
Noodles.
aren't just any old.
This isn't good sauce. This isn't like Waka Noodles.
No.
Satay sauce. This is unreliable sources. But these are the whispers you're hearing. Sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So, yeah, hopefully we sort him out very soon. I'd give him an open checkbook.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Number 13 lock.
Apparently off another source I heard, he didn't sound too stoked with donning the 13 jersey in the ABC Grandstand interview after the game.
Oh, okay.
So it was a bit like, if that's my role, I'll take it. But I think he wants to be
I think it's his best spot.
I'd have to agree. The way he
basically plays that role anyway. He just kind of roams around and does whatever.
And can run, can pass, but
can ice games off his boot, can do it all.
Crazy to have a 13 do that.
Dewey it all.
Yeah. Had a mate there that was like, is that normal for a 13 to do everything? I was like, no, not really.
Yeah.
It's just the Tigers, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Tackle 2.
Yep.
Big news this week, July 17 was my wedding anniversary, but also the same day that Rugby League 26 came out.
Fantastic. So you guys stayed in and played the game, I assume?
I stayed in. She went out.
Oh, she went out. Fantastic.
With a couple of mates.
Yeah.
But I stayed in. Look, I'm really happy and proud of this mob that make this game because there's Big Ant Studios. They don't have to make a rugby league game. They want to help rugby league fans. They probably want to make a bit of dosh along the way, but as a rugby league fan, diehard fan, and a big videos gaming sports fan, so I love my FIFA, I love my Madden. So rugby
Jock
league,
Madden.
Jock Madden 25.
Yeah.
I want this to be good and a success, right? Mate, I should have went out with my wife on my wedding anniversary, put it that way.
Geez, that bad, was it? We love you, Ish, of course.
More bugs than the Serengeti, honestly. It was
Bugs Life.
great Disney film. Tony Sukkar, Kit Lauliti, and Sione Fainu.
Yep.
I mean, Sione Fainu was a regular first grader.
Yeah.
All listed as fullbacks.
Well, that's, now that I'm probably a little bit less nervous about keeping Dream Buller now. These three blokes can just slot in there at fullback.
Now, not to quote Paul Enhancer, but please explain. I actually was taking a franchise
You always
mode.
quote Pauline Hands.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, big fan. I was playing franchise mode with the Tigers, and I played the Parramatta Eels round 2. So it's reflecting. This is good. It's reflecting the 2025 season. And Kitione Kautonga was at fullback for Parramatta. And now second rower. So either Jason Ryles on the game is a bit of a risk taker, but he shredded.
Now the season's gone. He's just trying a few things.
He shredded, and that was about the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I was like,
Yeah.
And the other thing is like,
Yongi in the back row then, or
I don't know where Yongi was. He'd been dropped for Kautonga.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like, say you're like Terrell May, and you're just running full speed. You got full speed. You got the finger on the R2, running as hard as you can. He's 116 kilos or something. And like a Jalen DeGroot will tackle you with his arms and drive you back about 7 meters. And you're like, I'm not a physician or a physicist, but I know that could not possibly happen.
Yeah.
So it's just very jarring experience. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Cam Smith commentary.
How'd it go?
I read a comment that said it sounded like he had a gun to his head. He's
big smile, everybody's happy.
That's what it felt like. It's
Nathan
like
Imo said on Fletch and Heidi that he could put a glass eye to sleep. Cam Smith with that commentary. Which I thought was
it's very accurate. There's no animation in his voice or anything. It's just like, geez, they could have scored there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever played ARL 96, but Paul the Fat Man Vorton used to do special comments.
Yep.
And his head used to pop up.
Oh, yeah.
That was the perfect injection of a guest commentator.
Yeah.
Like Vossi does his best, as Vossi does, but Cam Smith, I think they need to get someone else in there to record this because, might come as part of the update.
Saw the Hello Sport Boys did I don't know if it's legit or not, they were like recording some alternate commentary.
Yeah.
Geez, I hope that was legit and they put that in.
Well,
Very funny stuff.
Put it this way, there's plenty of room for improvement for the Rugby League 26 game.
Yep.
I did want to talk about the top 5 Tigers players on there though.
Yep.
Not top 05,
Okay.
because you're doing that later.
Yep.
Appy number 1, rated a 90 out of 100.
Yeah, happy with that.
Jerome 89.
Headgear or no headgear?
No headgear and no hair, so that looks a bit weird as well. How good was the no headgear on the weekend?
Yeah.
He's back.
See Taruva running to get him a hair tie.
I did hear about this. Yeah. Important stuff. Terrell May, number 3, also on 89.
Yep.
There's actually his Terrell Davis May vlog. He plays the game.
Oh, yeah.
This week, so definitely check that out.
Okay, tune in.
Number 4, Pole, 86 out of 100.
How good?
Yep. And
he's earned that this year.
Number 05, Buller, 84. So
Yep.
Sam Fayunu and Taruva also 84. So
Okay.
all pretty accurate. I
Yep.
guess. I don't know if I saw I put a post up the other day, but Sabar just rated 126 out of 100.
Yeah,
So.
should have been higher. Chugga.
Definitely.
Great post that one as well, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Really enjoyed that.
Something that popped into my head
Yep.
when I saw it, because a lot of the big dogs like NRL Roast and Guru and stuff were posting about it. I thought,
Better get in there.
time to strike.
Yeah, I like it.
Tackle 3, Reggie and NRLW and Jersey Flegg Wrap.
Yes, yep.
I'll fly through these. Learn 24-28 against the Penrith Panthers and down at Lidcombe Oval. Mm-hmm. This is in Reggie's. Alex Lobb scored a really nice try down the right wing. A bit of like an athletic effort. Solomona Fatape flicked it out to like a little Matt Gidley-like flick out to him. He scored. Tarteo also barged over after that, but Fatape also offloaded to El Zakim, which is our back rower, for a try, and then scored a try himself. So
how good?
2 tries. So obviously we had Taylor May score a hattie last week and got shot up to first grade. Just that depth again, we keep talking about it. But the reason we lost the game, really, Kurt Falls went to put a kick up, and this Murphy guy, who's a 5'8" from Penrith, went to charge it down, but it almost like simultaneously caught the ball whilst it hit Kurt Falls' foot. So it was like, it wasn't a charge down. He just kind of grabbed it before Falls had kicked it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like
he intercepted it before he hit the boot.
Yeah, intercepted before he hit the boot. Very strange.
Yep.
So the Maggies are sitting in 10th now with that learn. We obviously caught the end of the NRLW game, bit of learn there.
Yeah, they led for a while too, didn't they, the girls?
Yeah. 3 unconverted tries to 4, so closer than you think, but it's 24-12 in the
Very
end.
similar, almost the reverse of the later game.
Correct. Caitlin Turnbull got a hattie.
Any relation to Malcolm?
I believe 3 episodes ago we figured out she was.
Okay.
Yep. So
fantastic.
Big Mal.
Yep.
Lawrence Mooney used to do a great impression of Big Mal.
Fantastic. Still does. From
Still
time
does.
To time. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yep.
So they're in 11th, the girls, only beating the Canberra Raiders, who are 12th.
Interesting. Okay.
3 lessons for them as well.
Yep.
And then Jersey Flegg, we won 32-20. So good win for the Flegg boys. They're in 7th. Josh Felitti, who's crazy that he played NRL 2 seasons ago and he's still in Jersey Flegg.
Yeah. From Manly. A bit of chat he was going to maybe go back to Manly.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. We'll play for West Tigers Flegg on the weekend, and he scored, and Jared Haywood scored.
The young hooker.
A young hooker.
That's right. Exciting times.
Big raps. So don't worry about talent silver, mate.
Yep.
See you later, Bella.
Nice one. Tackle 4. I think it's over to me. I'm going to have a look at one of our star pupils. I want to put a bit of respect on someone's name. Matthew Thompson. Now, I don't know if you saw this note come through.
Is it Matthew Thompson or Matthew Hampson?
Matthew Hampson. Hello, Mr. Thompson. It's Matthew Hampson. So I don't know if you saw this note. Came through on the 27th of June, a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. No.
So I'm going to read. He submitted a note. Boys, I love the pod, but I've got a quarrel that I need to bring up with the headmaster. Headmasters, it's a bit of a shared role here. I've only been following along for the past 6 weeks, and that's coincided with some real tough learning assignments. I think we're in the middle of 6 in a row losses.
Yeah.
I'm not a superstitious man, but I'm a little stitious. And if me following the pod is the reason we've been given all this extra homework, then I really don't want to hurt the rest of the class. I know school holidays are only around the corner, but I think I could use the extra break. So I'm going to take myself out of the classroom, brackets, unsubscribe, and see how that goes. If it works, 2 out of the next 3 and a top 16 finish to follow, then I'll catch up with you guys in the summer holidays over a few West Tigers bitters at the 8th, and we can when we hump the Titans. So there you go. A top 8 finish this season was always a pipe dream, and this will take time. Benji will get the job done. I do believe that. Until then, stay strong and up the fucking Tigers. 5:25 a.m. this morning.
Oh.
Well, we won 2 out of 3. I might have been onto something. So Matthew Hampson, he hasn't followed us back yet, but look, jump back on board, Matthew. I think you've done yourself and the class proud. We'd love to have you back on board, mate.
Wow.
But, if you're looking to pinpoint one moment of the season where it turned around, I think
Hampson.
It might be Matthew Hampson removing himself from class and being a distraction to the rest of the class.
It's an incredibly selfless thing to do there from Matt. Yeah, unsubscribing. I wouldn't recommend anyone else doing that.
No, don't do that. Don't take a leaf out of Matthew's book.
I get why he did it. And to call the 2 from 3, not even the 3 in a row, he's actually removed himself and driven success for the club.
And predicted the future.
Simpson style.
Yep.
It's great stuff. And for him to come back, I don't know if he'll be listening now, because he did say...
Well, he's unsubbed, but he might still be listening and stuff. But look, regardless of whether he is, if anyone knows him, tell him to get back on board. We'd love to have him back on board.
Hampson, please resubscribe. You're back. Like Hammy's called it. It's a moral top 16. I mean, the hats. We don't want to undo these.
Diagram. We actually have. Elliot drew it on PowerPoint. So there you go. It's on the back of the hat.
Do you know what that is? That is a shape, a square shape, and then a what do you call it? Ellipsis.
An arch.
An arch.
Yeah.
Well put. Stuck together to make a padlock look.
Yeah.
And then the words top 16.
Please don't give it away so people can playdrise. Might have to beep that, maybe.
Beep that. Cut that.
Well, there you go.
Great stuff from Matty Hampson. Thank you, mate. Very, very selfless thing. But yeah, jump back on board. You've done your job. Come back to class. We'd love to have you.
Yep. Tackle 5, I'm rejigging the order on the fly here, but this one slid across my desk and Guru bullied me about it a little bit on the show today on Blow.
I did hear that.
How are you feeling about seeing Jareem Buller in the members section at a Dogs game, watching over the course of the weekend, noting that his agent is the twice deregistered player agent, Isaac Moses? How are you feeling about that?
Not good, Hammy.
Yeah.
I know like media beat-ups are a thing, and you can go watch your mate play footy. That's totally fine, but maybe not when there's a little bit of conjecture about your next career move and who your manager is as well.
Yeah.
One of my unfortunate that it applies to this, but I mentioned it before. One of my favourite sayings is, "Where there's smoke, there's fire," and there's a hell of a lot of smoke there.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that. Connor Tracy's solid. They keep talking about wanting to build a dynasty and win competitions. And I'm the biggest fan of Buller.
Yeah.
So I'm really worried.
Me too. The one thing I'm kind of hoping, well, there's many reasons I hope he wants to stay, like great spine, all that sort of stuff, building nicely at the Tigers. His wife is playing for the women's team as well.
Yep.
You know,
that's
happy
big
wife,
for us.
happy life.
Yeah.
dream. So stick around.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm hopeful it'll stay, but I didn't love seeing that. It was forwarded to me a lot over the weekend, probably more than I would have liked to, that photo. But yeah, just thought it was one calling out and just sense checking it with you, how you were sort of feeling.
Yeah, look, I'd rather it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I want to go a bit head in the sand and be like, it's just what he's good mates with Galvin. Like he's just going to watch his mate play, and he seems like the nicest guy in the world. So that's quite a possibility as well. Probably had a bit of spare time up his sleeve as he rehabs. I've been seeing some videos of him rehabbing and sprinting back at training and stuff, and he looks good. So he should be back this week. The other thing to note is his father-in-law, Solomon Hamono, played for the Canterbury Bulldogs.
And he won't take Hamono for an answer.
But he also played for the Balmain Tigers in 1999.
Okay.
And then St George Illawarra, then the Manly Seagulls, then the London Broncos.
Oh, God. He could be going anywhere.
He could be going anywhere. This is quite the journeyman, Solomon. So, yeah, look, what can you do? I think that's what you said today on the Bloke podcast.
Yeah.
You've got the beard. You've had the beard for a long, long time.
My bit.
Yeah.
Please
I
stay.
mean, if you're listening.
Having him back, then you can shift Taruva back to the wing. That back line's pretty good.
It's really good.
May and Toa in the centres, Skeleton, Taruva on the wings, Buller at the back. That's good, squishy.
And this is the thing. We haven't seen Buller, Luai, Fainu, Coruscant for 80 minutes as a spine, which is our future, right? So at least give the next 7-8 weeks of all of those blokes together and be like, right, this is the future of the club. Now I'll make my decision.
Yep.
Scary stuff, though.
Scary stuff. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Yep.
What also makes you think, tackle 6 for me today, 05 feel in the air.
Go on.
Is there, do you think? I was having a look. We've won 2 of our last 3. We've got 7 more games till finals. 2005, we won 8 of our last 10 and got ourselves into the finals.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, still got 6 more to win out of our next
6,
7. Basically.
7. Right. So let's look at this objectively. At the start of the year, where would we have taken wins here? Panthers at home next week, probably not. Tigers, Bulldogs, you could say there's a W there.
There will be a lot of feeling in that game for the obvious reason.
Yeah.
I wonder whether because he left on bad. A lot of players were not about him when he left. So I wonder whether they'll lift a gear for that one. I actually think that's a winnable game.
I agree.
They're not going that good at the moment.
I don't think they're all that. I think they're pretenders. No. So let's say W there.
W.
So Tigers, Seagulls at Allianz. Yeah, done.
Yeah, win. At the 12th.
Tigers, Cowboys at
the 8th. Yep,
done.
That's a done.
That's a 66-18 repeat.
Start of the season, I would have said down in GIO, I would have said yes, that's going to be tough now.
Yeah, but we can beat them.
Yeah.
They only beat us 16-12. Arguably, Campbelltown is tougher than GIO for us at the moment. That's
right. And then the last game's against the Titans, who we absolutely hammered on the weekend, and it was never in doubt. So we can win that as well. So, I've gone a little bit early here, but there's potential for a bit of an 05 feel in the air. And
I think we need to win all 6 and then the next 4 to win the grand final. So 10 in a row.
Yep.
Because I remember in 05, we were on that streak and then we lost our last 2 games.
We did. We dropped 2 before the finals.
And I was gutted. And my dad was like, no, don't worry. This is good. To get the cobwebs off a little bit and then go into the finals afresh and win. You only have to win 4 in a row.
Yep.
Not 14 in a row. So, mate, it's doable. I like it.
Adam doable.
And my favourite word this time of the year, we're mathematically a chance to make the 8. So I think we're only 6 points behind.
We're 2 wins out of the 8.
2 wins. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, because of the bye.
Yep. The M bye coming up soon.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make the 8.
Yep.
Keen on that?
Happy with that.
Okay, perfect.
No better time probably just to let that sort of sink in, that we're a mathematical chance of making the 8. Probably perfect time to take an ad break.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah?
Let's do it. Nice ad break.
Yeah.
What did everyone think while they were listening to those amazing messages from our partners and our sponsors who we don't know who they are?
Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know what you think about the Tigers making it. Honestly, please, do let us know in the YouTube comments or Insta or whatever if you think the Tigers can make the 8.
Yep.
At 100-1, I mean, odds are against this, but we love being backs against the wall kind of Tigers.
Back fence against the wall.
Speaking of back fence and legends.
Yep.
And legendary segments.
Yep. Seamless segue, this one. It's the top 05. You can shut that, mate.
Thank you, mate.
I got this one covered
Appreciate
today.
that.
It'll be, I'll try to get through it I won't rush through it, but we'll try to get ourselves to the Raw Emotion hotline coming up shortly, spelled ROAR for those playing at home. Noise of Tiger Makes.
We'll have to explain that later. It doesn't really make sense at the moment.
Well,
but
another ad break later, I'll explain it to you then.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We'll go back in the orange room. Hey, was it top 05 as well?
Oh, yeah, because we won the comp in 2005. So in 05. And it's a count up, so we finished with 05 as well. So
Brilliant.
Just a bit of housekeeping for everyone there.
Hit me.
All right, let's do it. So this is the top 05, and shout out to Matty the Water Boy as well, who suggested this as a countdown.
Did he?
The orange room earlier today. I said, that is a ripper. I'm doing it. So I'm Adam doing it.
Great. Thanks, Matty.
Thank you, Matty.
Checks in the mail.
Well, no, he got the hat, so that's...
Oh, he did get a hat. That's a good point.
Even.
He has just 7 more top 05 segment ideas.
We'll call it even. All right, so the top 05 West Tigers, who won exactly 05 games for the club.
What?
Yeah. Won exactly 05 games for the club.
There are 05 players that have won exactly 05 games.
Well, there are 10, but I've narrowed it down to my top 05.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is why he's in content.
I can do some honourable mentions
brilliant.
later. These are my top 05 who have gone in. Oh, Number 1, he played 31 games for the club between 2023 and 2024. He won 5 of those at a strike rate of 15.63%.
Oh, my God.
I'm talking, of course, about John Bateman.
John Eyre.
John Eyre Bateman gives you best. John Eyre Bateman.
John Eyre Bateman.
Yeah, not bad. Now, Johnny, obviously, he left in unceremonious fashion to the Cowboys at the start of the season. He featured in our captain's top 05 countdown recently.
Nice.
People who had captained...
less than 10 games.
Less than 10 games for the club.
Yep.
Had a bit of a public spat with Benji Marshall on the way out, and that was probably the straw that broke the camel's back.
What was he saying? He said you're not treating your senior players as well as you treat your junior players.
Yeah, and then sort of, yeah.
Was he in that doco, or had he already left? I think he'd already left. Hey, I don't remember.
He'd gone. No, definitely didn't feature.
No,
they didn't mic him up. They knew what was coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, look, he's a player who's ripped and teared everywhere except when he came and played with us.
Funny that.
He scrapes in, played 5 games, won 15.63% of them. At number 1, John Eyre Bateman.
Well done, John Eyre.
Congratulations.
Only accolade you'll receive on this podcast.
It's an exclusive list, this one, which takes us on to number 2. Now, this bloke played 12 games between 2021 and 2022. We spoke about him. We mentioned him earlier in the show today, actually.
No way.
He won 29.41% of his games at the club. I'm talking, of course, about Jock Strap to his friends, Madden. The Jock Strap. He had a few years with the Tigers before pissing off to the Broncos.
Yep, I remember that.
Decent depth player for the Broncos. Probably didn't quite make a jersey his own or whatever, but that was, when they got Hunt and Reynolds in, played a bit of a role.
Yep.
Had a bit of a filled a gap for them when they needed it last year. Of course, in true former player of the club fashion, he saved his best performance in Broncos colours, would you believe, for Campbelltown in round 11, 2024, where he scored a double as the Broncos smashed us 34 points to 10. So for breaking our hearts and leaving us wanting more, Jockstrap Madden is coming in at number 2 in my top 05 players who won exactly 05 games for the club.
So you've gone 1, then 2. So you're counting up.
I'm counting up, baby.
I love that.
We're working our way to 05. So coming in at number 3, he played 15 games for the Tigers, winning 5 of them. As all the players in this list have won. He won 5 games and he got 1 standing ovation in season 2020. He won 33.33% of his games with the club.
Yep.
Gone on to greatness with the Storm, Maroons and the Kangaroos. It is, of course, Harry Grant.
HJ.
So
nice.
After winning exactly 5 games for us in the 2020 season, he went on to win Origin with Queensland that same year as well in the worst Queensland team ever, allegedly. Multiple Hooker of the Year awards with the Dally M's. Without a few years of learning at the West Tigers, no way he would have become the outstanding player that he is today.
No way. He needed that.
So he's probably at 33%. He's probably a little bit higher than I'd like for this list, but or that you're probably going to see in this list.
He only played 15 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
1-5. He was loaned to us by the Melbourne Storm.
Yes, but I would have thought 20 plus because we were very reliant on him that year.
Big time. But
maybe he had an injury or something.
More on that trade later, coming up in the countdown.
Ooh.
Don't touch that dial. We're going to go to number 4 now. This player had 11 appearances for the Tigers in 2008. He won 5 of them, 45.45%. So not bad. He actually got taught by the Tigers in the 2005 prelim as well. Came back to serve for the club. Very good player in my opinion, but he only ended up playing 88 first grade games across a 7-season career. Had a bit of time at Hull in the UK. I'm talking, of course, about Matt Head.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Heady.
Came back and had a bit of a stint for us.
Job to his mates.
Yeah, that's right. He came back and had a bit of time in the centenary year of rugby league for the club, 2008.
Okay. Yep.
Remember that era where they all had their special centenary?
Yeah. Same year that Greg Inglis threw that ball behind his head.
That's the same year. Same year there was an upgrade on Rugby League 2. They had the World Cup
You're
edition.
right.
That's
You're
right.
actually
But
right.
there's an upgrade that actually works.
Oh, that was a brilliant upgrade. It really was.
Save it for another day, though. But Matty Head deserves a spot in the top 05 in this particular countdown. He's gone on to do a bit of coaching. Now the head coach at Wynnum Manly, Matt Head. So still involved with footy.
Up in Queensland.
Wikipedia, Ruben Wikipedia is to be believed. But Matty Head comes in at number 4.
Very handy footballer, plagued by knee injuries. I remember him at the Dragons fondly, and I remember him playing well at the Tigers, but just not quite living up to his standards that he probably could have just due to those knees. I still remember distinctly one time him trying to put the ball down over the try line after scooting through and dropping it because he couldn't bend down because his knees were so damaged.
Yeah, there you go. Job to his mates as well. All right, coming in at 05. Are you ready for this?
Oh, come on.
Drum roll. 11 games for the club in 2019 for 5 wins, 45.45%. He was involved in the loan deal, which saw Harry Grant come to the club in 2020. He almost won a comp at the Storm, didn't win one there. The following year, he had a 1-year deal with the Panthers. He did win a comp there. I'll give you the rest of the spiel. He had 2 seasons at the Roosters, played a year at Leeds. Then he went on and played for Lesignan Sangliers in the Super 13, which I think is the 2nd division French rugby league competition. He recently announced his retirement in May of this year. He also played for the PMs 13 in 2019. While I think he was with us.
Wow, what a storied career.
Storied career. Paul Momorovsky.
Oh, nice.
So he did enough in those 5 wins across those 11 games in 2019 to demand selection for the PMs 13.
Yep.
Went on to play for some great clubs, some very successful clubs, a bit of time at the Chooks as well, won a comp. And I think it's the fact that he won a comp, played a bit of rep footy, that stood him out Matthew head and shoulders above the rest of the players in this countdown. So I had to put him in at 05, Paul Momorovsky.
Decent player.
Yeah.
Might have kicked goals as well.
Yep,
I'm pretty sure he was a pretty talented guy. And I remember we signed him from the Roosters and it wasn't like the biggest signing, but I was like, he's a solid kind of backline player that you want as part of your. And obviously the Storm and the Panthers saw the same thing because they both snapped him up. And then to go to the Super 13, you said.
Yep. He played with Leeds as well, I think, for a season.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Geez, he chopped and changed quite a bit.
Travelled around, see the world with the game of rugby league. Yeah. Very nice. So enjoy retirement and enjoy being number 05 in our top 05 count up of West Tigers players that won exactly 05 games. Now, I mentioned there were 10 players, couldn't squeeze them all in, but honourable mentions to Michael Butner.
I love Butner.
Sam McIntyre.
Yep.
Trent Runciman. Have I got that correct? Yeah. John Simon and Kelma Tuolungi as well.
God, what a list.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, shout out to Jerome Luai and Joel Skelton, who, if you did this pod 2 days ago, would have been on that list. But unfortunately, they won yesterday. So
that is not unfortunate.
So now they're up to 6.
Yes,
I'm glad they're not on the list.
Yeah, they're up to 6. So there we go.
Wow, really good list and really good theme. You came out with that yourself?
No, I said Matty. That was so thanks for that one, Matty.
Thank you, Matty. No, that was awesome.
Awesome.
Why have you said that?
The noise of tiger, mate.
Oh, gotcha.
Hello.
I love that list. I really like that list because there are a lot of guys that I had a mate who was like, "Are you just going to do Tigers players you haven't thought about lately as your top 5
Done that one.
every week?" I was like,
Done that one.
Kind of, but we're just going to twist it a little bit.
Yeah.
So this was a perfect list. Well done.
Thank you. All right, we're on to raw emotion now. We clarified at the start. I'll catch up in the ad break because we'll keep moving through here. But it is spelled ROAR. It's the noise a tiger makes. It's also the sort of emotion we want to capture through the medium of voice note. You send them to us on Instagram straight after a game. If you're having trouble getting them through, just tell us that you can't send one. We'll accept you. You can get them through. We love hearing from our loyal students of the game. One of my favourite parts of the pod. Some exceptional voice notes today. As usual, overwhelming number. We can't get to all. We're going to try to get to as many as we can. But in no particular order. I'm going to start off with Mossy. I'm going to give him the new ball this week.
Mossy.
Yep.
Nice.
Good to get a fresh voice in there. Here we go. The caption he threw in with it with a couple of alarm emojis was Mayday, Mayday. So over to Mossy.
Boys, check your calendars. I think we've gone back 2 months and we're back in the month of May because, wow, what a performance. Taylor May coming off after a year off first grade footy. Just Mayday, mayhem, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the question is, Taylor May is the answer. He is the truth. Wow, that connection between Terrell and Taylor to score that first try brings a tear to your eye.
Does.
Leichhardt remains 2 from 2 for the year. Field goals soon. Top 16 soon. Wooden spoon, never.
Oh. Boy.
Yeah, not bad from Mossy. Welcome.
Welcome, Mossy. Mossy Mayhem. I like Mayhem because Mayday and the month of May, they're all good, actually.
Yep.
Clever guy, Mossy.
Very good stuff from Mossy. Love that. Keep him coming.
Sound like he's walking in the street, maybe. I wonder if he was leaving Leichhardt.
Yeah, potentially. There were a few with audio issues today. Shout out to you, Pooper. Big fan of Pooper, but my note here just says, where the fuck is Pooper? Brackets wind tunnel. We're not going to be able to play yours. It was very hard to hear, but love hearing from you, Pooper. It's been a while, so maybe the next couple of weeks.
Pooper's one of the greats.
Just choose somewhere a little bit more, maybe inside, ideally, would be good.
Not in a wind tunnel.
Not in a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on to Adam Dennis, who makes a really good point.
Yes, one of the Dennis brothers.
Yep.
Famous Dennis brothers.
Good to catch up with Adam yesterday.
Yep.
Let me get him up here. Adam Dennis.
Jeez, there's a lot here.
There's
and a lot of like big dogs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Adam Dennis, over to you.
Hammy and Morts. You did it. You guys did it for the mighty West Tigers this week. As soon as you said last week that the hat was dropping, I just knew we were going to get it done. Didn't matter who we were going to verse this week, and you guys got the job done. You went the big lift. We haven't won more than 6 games since 2021 season, so that marks the 7th win of the year. So
that's crazy, yeah.
Top 16, here we bloody come. We played so bad, but the power of the hat got us home. Well done, lads.
Yeah, and my thing here, I think it's great, to see someone attributing the credit to us for the win.
About time.
We probably should have done that earlier in the show, to be honest, but to have someone actually kind of put it out there, and the West Tigers are undefeated since the hat dropped. So
that's true.
That's that's a little stat that you can cling on to.
Can I just sum another little stat up for you? So we've been doing this podcast for 1 year?
Yeah.
Well, half a year.
Yep.
And we've won 7 games, more than the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. Do I need to draw you a diagram? It all comes back to us, I think.
I think so.
Well, according to Adam Dennis, it does.
Adam Dennis's words, not ours. Quick bit of food for thought here from Depressed Tigers fan. I'm going to give him a quick...
DTF.
Yep. Haven't heard from him in a while.
His story yesterday was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it was.
If you watch it, it's like, oh man, this guy's going to murder someone. And then at the end, he's like, yes, we're the best.
Yeah. He made a good point here, though. Just a bit of I want to get your thoughts on this.
Cool.
Boys, since I know you two are cricket fans and I've unfortunately had to watch this on the TV instead of at the 8th, I want to compare the southerly wind at Leichhardt to the Lord's Slope, being that I've never heard the commentators talk up something that matters so little, so much. It is actually unbelievable.
Yeah, your thoughts?
Well, we were there, so I didn't, but I've watched the extended highlights on the mini, and they do mention it a bit even in that.
Can you just, all right, we're standing on the hill where we were standing yesterday. If there's a southerly wind, talk me through it. Where's that coming from?
It's coming from the end that you enter from.
Okay, the left over there.
Yeah. So there were actually, we were joking about it, me and a couple of guys I was there with. The flags on top of the posts weren't moving because they made of like metal or something.
Yeah.
So it didn't even look like there was a big wind. But if you watch Dewey's kicks bending around, and then the one that he missed, it got blown out of the kind of trajectory of going over the post.
Yep.
So yeah, like it has an effect, but it's, I don't know. Yeah, look, wind is good at your back, maybe for like putting up bombs and getting another 5-10 meters out of a kick. Like it's not that big a contributor to the game. So I understand what he's saying.
Yep.
It's just something. The commentators have to talk about something.
Yep.
So
get a bit carried away with it. The Lord slope, they bang on about that. It does kind of, you can nip the ball in a bit. Glenn McGrath used to enjoy the slope and so forth.
So wait, the slope is affecting the ball's trajectory after it hits the deck, not so much so that if you clipped it off your pads, it'd get quicker to the boundary, or both?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does roll down.
Do we know what a degree that is on the slope?
I know from at one corner in front of the pavilion to the other one, it's about 8 feet difference.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's quite big.
Yeah, right.
Watch any game at Lords and they'll tell you about it for 6 hours or so.
Well, the commentators have got to talk about something.
They do. Anyway, a bit of food for thought there. Let us know. Give us some other ones as well. Some other overhyped things in rugby league in the comments. We'd love to hear a few about them. Who else have we got here? We've got some good ones. I want to give this next one to David Grant. This one comes
from any relation to Tim?
Great question.
Rival podcast host.
Oh, yeah. Friend of the show, though.
Friend of the show.
But David Grant, this is through David Grant's account, but it's a couple of other podcasters that are using this account to contact us.
Oh.
And these guys are doing some great work. And they've got a great little song here as well. So I want to give them, I think this might be their first. No, have we maybe heard from them once before this year?
I've heard of them.
All right, let's go anyway. Let's get into it.
Hi guys, it's the boys from the Tiger Kids podcast here for our first ever Raw Emotions.
That's ROAR. What a win by the boys at the 8. Such a great win that we've even came up with a song for our superstar number 3, Taylor May. I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's a contract, so sign it, baby. Go Tigers!
How good's that?
That's the best raw emotion we've ever received.
Good. So that is the first one from the Tigers Kids podcast. Go and check them out, by the way. They've got in touch on, I think their dad actually got in touch on Twitter and goes, check this out. The boys have started a podcast this year, Tigers Kids podcast.
Unreal.
Get around them. It's good to see that the future is strong at this club when it comes to podcasts. There's a lot out there. The next generation are coming through as well. If this is the gear they're producing now, probably one of the best. Where were you boys for Leichhardt Idol?
Concord Idol. Where were you?
Honestly.
Maybe they're only started listening recently.
After that. But honestly.
But next year we'll get them back in. Can we collab with Granty, is it like we want to do a collab with them? That would be a fantastic episode. I would love to do that.
Yep. Go and check them out. Tigers Kids podcast. If you haven't already, get around them. Great to hear. And I tell you what, boys, hopefully this is, hopefully we hear plenty more from you through the rest of the season.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And it's funny because kids are the future, right?
Yep.
And that type of songwriting is going to get them very far.
Yep.
That's incredible. I know Arlo of Backfence fame writes a lot of his songs as well. He's kind of a ghost writer. I don't know if I'm supposed to reveal that because Backfence is,
if you weren't supposed to reveal that, I'm sure we'll hear about that next week on Raw Emotion. One to watch this space.
No, that's lovely stuff. Thank you, boys. That was awesome.
And as David mentions here, the Tigers Kids are definitely a top 05 Tigers podcast. So expect to see them there when we do that one a little bit later in the year.
I'm definitely going to give them a listen as soon as I get home and would love to collab.
Yep.
Love to.
Love it.
Waka Noodles might be able to make it happen.
Absolutely. So love that. Great stuff. Thanks for reaching out, guys. I'm going to go with Tim Stanton, who had a big day at the footy.
I saw Timmy at the Orange Grove after the game.
Yep.
No hat.
No hat, no play, as I always say. Anyway, let's hear from him.
Just leaving the fucking 8th with the lads, travelled all the way down from Brisbane for this. Shout out Luke Stanton for his bucks. How bloody good.
More brothers to the club.
Bloody Tigers. Come on.
So that was at 4:06 p.m. I've got another one here from 10:46 p.m.
just got back home, fresh off the flight from Sydney to Brisbane. Caught the Titans players at the airport. Just to let everyone know, AJ Brimson's ankle's totally fine. He was walking on it fine, so don't know what he was carrying on about on the field there in the second half. But yeah, what a great weekend. Great to see Morty after my cousin was harassing him, tried pulling him off. But keep up the good work, lads. Looking forward to the pod this week. Go the Tigers.
How good.
What a legend.
The Stanton brothers. They join an esteemed list. I've probably got them sitting somewhere, maybe just behind the Chernak brothers in terms of my favourite brothers at the club.
Mate, it's the club is built on brothers.
It is.
And brotherhood.
That's
I wonder
right.
if the Tigers kids are brothers as well.
I reckon they are.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We could do top 05 fan brothers.
Yep. Write that one down. We'll definitely get to that at some stage through the season. But what a bucks that is to see a win at the 8th.
Oh, no.
How good's that?
Unfortunately, they had to get on the plane back that night, but
Yeah.
Timmy was in good spirits. His cousin did say, g'day. Little does he know that I love the attention, so that's, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
No, I'd had a few beers in my belly, so I was very happy to have a conversation with the pair of you, and yeah, it was so good to see fans of the Tigers and fans of the Potty unite at the Orange Grove afterward.
Love it. It's been a big bumper edition of Raw Emotion. I am going to play 3 more.
I'm all aboard this, mate.
We've got some big names to come. Let's go to Backfence Brown, another one of the proud bands of brothers at the club. Pretty funny, before his voice note here, just that little shot over the shoulder that his brother took of you, zoomed in.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's like paparazzi, yeah. So Backfence's little brother zoomed in on my face. He was about 15 metres away.
Yeah.
And it was the reverse camera too, like the one you put. And it's crystal clear, but I look about 180 years old. So,
well, supporting the Tigers will do that to you, mate, won't it? It's not easy.
That's how I look during a Tigers-Titans game. I get it.
All right, let's go to Backfence Brown.
Hammy, Morty, happy West Tigers. You can tell my voice is a little bit raw. I'm physically and emotionally raw. That's ROAR for the less educated. I think I got hit by a little bit of Winfluenza yesterday.
Happens.
Didn't we all?
Great 8th wonder of the world, Leichhardt Oval, Lilyfield Rectangle.
2040.
I can tell you this, because whenever I take someone to Leichhardt Oval, someone who's ever been, I say to them, you don't go to Leichhardt Oval to watch the footy. You go to Leichhardt Oval to experience Leichhardt Oval and the Great West Tigers. So this is going to be a little bit of a Leichhardt Oval appreciation for emotion.
All for
rather
it.
than any game analysis, I must say. The sea of orange, white and black. Wasn't it beautiful?
We're back.
You go up from the hill to the stands to the boxes. It was something special, especially considering yesterday marked the 100th West Tigers game at Leichhardt Oval.
You did tell us that.
We currently sit with a 56% win rate, and like the name of the podcast suggests, we've got one draw. You know what? It's so special, that place to me, and I'm so grateful that I get to share that special place with the people I love, especially taking my little bro to games, and it's nice to see him get amongst it, but also watch the Tigers win. So I must say we're feeling pretty good today. A little bit of game analysis here. Crazy to see the West Tigers players evolving like Pokemon. I mean, we've got Stafford Toa becoming GI, Charlie Shitstains, our own little Michael Jordan on the wing, Adam Dewey, the new Corey Parker.
Good call.
And a couple from the sideline. God, you like to see it.
Thumbnail.
And also, look,
Thummy.
it wouldn't be a backfence Brown raw emotion without a mention of the Saybard. The only part of the game I probably saw was him making a huge chugga down the hey diddle diddle. Too bad someone knocked it on from a pass from him, but fuck, it's good to see. West Tigers till I die. 2040. Let's bloody go. Get on the Saybarge, all aboard. Chugga, 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 chugga.
Have you seen his new tattoo? He got 2040 tattooed on himself in Bali.
Yeah.
Legend.
Did he have anything to say about still doing one with us?
Yeah. He's all aboard.
He's still keen.
I said, we might get the top 16. He goes, is that all I'm getting? Oh, I was prepared for way worse than that.
Yeah.
So
little tramp stamp of the top 16.
little tramp stamp. Oh, we did get a submission this week, didn't we? Of an idea.
Yeah, where did that come through again?
We'll find it.
It was funny.
It was very good.
It was like an AI-generated safe-arth on some sort of like...
barge.
Like an actual barge. God, it was good. We might just post that on the grid or something and just test the waters.
Well, Will Rudland Tattoo, the guy that said he'd do it for us, I reckon that's right up his alley as well. If you look at these former tats, I reckon we might be onto something there. And it's kind of exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like a full picture of Say-Barge on a barge.
Yeah. So niche, so good. All right, we've got 2 more to go. We've got the Immortal. Let's get to him.
Oh, let's go.
Boys, it's the Immortal. Incoming cough sip. Hold up. Thank you. Monday morning here feels even better after a famous Tigers victory at the 8th. A couple of shout-outs early here. Down in Camp Rugby League Guru. Titans 13 plus apparently. Don't fix that! It was never a 13 plus, you... Oh, boys. Don't you know that the 8th wonder of the world is live fast, die young, bad girls do it well? It was always fucking a field goal from Doohee. Wake up, Australia. Honourable mention number 2, Batman is back. Holy shit. Also want to give a shout out to Anthony Albanese. Benji Marshall told him, look, our left side's a bit skinny. Can you help us out? Sent us 2 tanks with Gerald Skilton and Batman himself. Fucking look out, motherfuckers. We've got 2 tanks now. Yeah, shape wasn't great. Me and Latu will be out the back all week at home grinding together, just getting him a little bit deeper into the line together, a little out and in. You know, we'll be fine. We'll practice this all week, boys, so don't stress. I think we've got those, I think they're called the Panthers or something. I think we've got them this week, no stress. This is the start of a famous run for the boys. I'm talking your Kathy Freemans. I'm talking your Usain Bolts. I'm talking your Gouts. I'm talking the Tigers back into the top 8, baby. Let's go, you Tigers.
Some salient points.
Always.
Yeah, probably drifted a little bit. It might have to beep a few things in the middle, but, definitely came home with some very salient points. Timing the run. He mentioned that well. Kathy Freeman style run. Gout-esque run.
Peter Bowl. You name it.
Peter Bowl.
Yeah.
The list goes on.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit of Stephen Bradbury thrown there as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully a few teams in front of us fall over and we can slide into the top 8. But we touched on it earlier in the show. Always good to hear from him. And, some good points there.
Very nice of Albo to lend us 2 tanks for the left wing as well.
Yeah.
Very keen on that. They're going to get put to good use out there, aren't they? I mean, we shifted left so well. Schmitty, he's got the best football brain in the game, right? So he knew what we needed. We needed 2 tanks out on the left wing. I wouldn't be surprised if Schmitty hit Albo up directly. Yeah. Probably got a relationship. So
he's just one of those guys who, he's very highly engaging. When he talks, you want to listen.
It's true. That's a good politician.
Great politician.
Unfortunately, couldn't make it.
I know. Schmitty. We've got a hat for him and everything. So hopefully he has penciled in the Cowboys game in round 23, round 25.
Yep.
About that time. So
around that time.
Looking forward to catching up with you then, Immortal. Looking forward to it.
Let's go.
One more to go. He comes in 2 parts. This one's from Troy Maguire. We had the pleasure of meeting him yesterday.
Yep.
Couple of points here to hear from him. So he's got one straight after the game yesterday at 4:26, and then he's had to think about stuff, and he's got something to say at 8:57 this morning as well.
Hey boys, it's post-game. Great win for the mighty Tigers. Keeping the dream alive. Top 16. We're there. And what an awesome experience just to meet you fellas at the OG. Even though I'm very disappointed that I didn't get my cap. But I'll save myself $40. And speaking of which, I got a sausage and a can of Coke on the way back to the car. $8. How good's that?
Not bad.
Go the Tigers. What a day. I've won everywhere except with his bloody cap. The guys, love to meet yous. Love to meet you guys and sing that little song there. And next time, go the mighty Tigers.
Big Troy Maguire. So that was his initial one. He's gone again this morning, just about enjoying the day yesterday.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say something else after now that I thought about it. After I met you yesterday, I just wanted to say how proud and happy I am that we have two terrific young fellas passionate about this club and supporting this club. And even Lockie, who I met yesterday, Lockie Pringle, what a tremendous young people you guys are. You know, I think I'm a fair judge of people, and I know I sort about Hammy, but I'm certainly
that's fair.
Mort and Lockie. I think these are terrific young people, and I just want to wish you all the best in the future and supporting this club, and hopefully you're going to go through some great times over the next 30, 40, 50 years, whatever it is. How many years? Hopefully I'll be with you most of the way, but you never know. Who knows? But I just bit of sincerity, and I was really proud and happy for you, and all the best. But I just wanted you to know I'm also a sycophant and a tight ass, so I'm hoping for a discount on a cap. Cheers, boys. Tigers!
What a heartfelt message.
That was really nice.
That was nice. Thank you, Troy Maguire.
I don't know if he's trying to get a cheap hat by saying nice things about us, but it's working.
Almost worked for me. I was almost going to be like, you know what? Well, it's a shame for now that they're completely sold out, but you know.
Yeah. Next batch.
If we had one, we'd seriously consider giving you one, Troy. But thanks for the kind words.
Yeah, thank you. That was quite meaningful, and I think well, look, we love what we do as well. We love the West Tigers, and we have a lot of fun doing what we're doing. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's good. We feed off what you guys do. Like yesterday was great meeting everyone that listens to the potty and people. The raw emotions, easily the best segment that we have on this podcast. So yeah, and you're one of the best contributors, Troy, as I mentioned yesterday. So
what's caught my blue eye, great segment as well, but it's right up there.
Breath of fresh air was good too.
Yeah. It's all right.
Do you know what's funny as well? Yesterday, it was so good to meet Troy. They might have been his kids. I'm not sure, but met a couple of people that were with him as well.
Yeah.
And then Sam Tuiaki came up, and there's a bit of a crew hanging around. And you hadn't arrived yet, or you were inside getting a beer maybe. And you came out, and Sam Tuiaki goes, "Oh, there's the main guy." When you were walking out. And my mates that were sitting there with me just lost the plot, like, the main guy.
I don't know about that. But it was great to meet Sam Tuiaki.
It was.
As well.
He was good company. They all were. It was so good to meet everyone. And yeah, even a couple of the boys that had come from far away, and a couple that had dropped by the Orange Grove before going to the Bolo as well, picking up their hats. So good. And yeah, Troy Maguire summed it up nicely there, as he does.
That was good.
Wise man.
Well said. Sam Tuiaki actually had a voice note too, but we're going to be here all night. I know Matty's got to, we've all got to get home.
Well, I got Rugby League 26 to play as well.
Good luck with that. But that's raw emotion for this week. Keep them coming. We love that segment. So good. Always great to hear from you all. So yeah, head to the Win, Learn and Draw Instagram page. You hit us up on the Instagram voice messages. That's the way to do that. And looking forward to more voice notes after a famous Tigers win in the Luke Garner Cup coming up this Saturday night.
Very exciting. The Junior Moores Cup.
Yeah. The Paul Fadawira, the Shane Elford Cup.
The Shane Elford Cup.
The list goes on. Anyway, let's take a quick ad break and wrap it up.
All right, sweet. So next week, Hammy, Bank West Stadium, where we've already played the Penrith Panthers at that was our home game.
So now we've got to travel there to take them on at the same venue.
At our home ground.
Yeah.
But their home game. Okay.
So the shoes on the
I don't really get it.
Yeah, neither. But that's what's happening.
And you are absent.
Yes,
AWOL.
I'm AWOL this weekend. I've got to go to a Bucks in Adelaide.
Oh, yeah. Good for some.
So
wine tasting.
Yeah, a bit of wine
footy.
tasting. Yeah, they're taking us to the showdown, Port versus the Crows.
No way. I've heard that's a spectacle.
Yeah. I did it about 10 years ago, actually.
Because you just went to the showdown on the weekend, Tigers Titans at Leichhardt.
Yeah. That was the real showdown. So it's good to see whatever this attempt at they're doing, but that'll be immediately after the Tigers game. So might be doing well to find it at a venue there, but I'll certainly be making plenty of, I mean, there might be some passionate Adelaide Rams fans around there, or a Rams friendly venue that
Tony Iro played for the Rams.
Certainly did.
KL's Dad?
Yep. So look, I'll be watching from afar, but hopeful that we can put the shoe on the other foot and beat Penrith at their home, which is also our home on Saturday at 5:30.
Shared home.
Yeah,
it's like a share house.
It is.
When you're in Adelaide, don't forget that a schooner is a pint, and a pint is an imperial pint.
Yeah, that's right. Strange place.
Important to note. It's going to be tough. Penrith are on a bit of a streak at the moment. Obviously, all their Origin stars are now fit and firing and ready to go again for a pretty big finals run. I'd say they'll be pushing very hard for top 4.
Yep.
The game we played against them last time we played unreal.
We did.
We just got outplayed by a 4-time premiership winning team. So if we have Buller back though, we're pretty much firing on all cylinders, right?
Yeah.
Like Sam Finer would be nice to get back as well.
That would be good.
But if we're full strength, I can see us challenging them at the very least. Like I said, at the start of the year, you probably had this down as a lesson at Combank School of Arts, shared school, co-ed.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's like the Roosters game. It's just got a kind of good feeling about it.
Yeah, I think it's there's every chance. I know Jerome Blue will be keen to get a win against his old club. Taylor May will be keen as well. There's a couple of ex Panthers in the side. They came very close recently, so hopefully they can give it another shake. It does terrify me a bit that a lot of their guys are going to come in fresh. They've been able to rest them, all that sort of stuff. But we'll see how we go. Do we want to get the crystal balls out and have a bit of a prediction?
Let's get the crystal ball out. Do we remember what we said last week?
Can't remember.
Probably should have.
Famous Tigers win.
I think we did. Dewey field goal.
Dewey field goal sounds about like something I'd say for last week.
What are you thinking this week? What's the crystal ball saying?
Look, it's nothing too massively bold, but I'm definitely thinking that Taylor May against his old side gets over. He looked very dangerous, obviously, last week, but I think whatever happens, he's going to at least cross the stripe.
Now Isaac Tungo's marking him, and he's probably a little bit susceptible.
Yeah, he's been a bit of a spot over the last few years. So that's my prediction. I think we can keep it close as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Entering cover the line territory. I think it's about 12.5, but
12.5.
Yeah, I wonder whether we can give it a bit of a cheeky shake. We touched on the 05 field in the air earlier in the show. Fingers crossed.
I mean, a win here would absolutely launch us into the conversation for the top 8. So, yeah, big game. Lots to improve on. If we play like we did against the Titans at Combank School of Arts against Penrith, there'll be hell to pay. But Luai had one of his best games of his short Tigers career against the Panthers last time. So if you can emulate that, we're a good shot at it. And if we can get that spine back firing, those big 4 in those big 4 positions, then we're an absolute shot.
Big 4 Holiday Park.
Come on board.
Yep.
We'll sponsor the spine.
Very great.
My crystal ball is going to be I think Sabarge is going to get over for back fence.
Okay.
So I think they're a little bit susceptible around that kind of avenue of apprehension around the back rowers and centres, Penrith. And I think we'll attack that with a lot of...
Who's on that side? Luke Garner, probably, former Tiger.
Yep. He'll let Sabarge, because they're probably mates.
Right, yeah.
Like,
there you come.
There you go.
Have a little meat pie on me. Go.
Tim Simona style.
Oh, geez. Too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah.
On that note, good call.
Yep.
Well done.
Well played.
Great to watch the Tigers in full out at Leichhardt with you yesterday, and a bunch of students to the game. That ground just has so much magic about it. Like, back fence really wears his heart on his sleeve when it comes to Leichhardt, and he's absolutely right. It deserves more games. So looking forward to the next one.
He nailed it. Bring it on. Good stuff. Top 16.
Here we come.
Beautiful.